Boys and girls, I hope you remember what season we're in now. Winter is over. Who could tell me what season we're in? Spring, good job. Now let's look at something about the seasons.
The four seasons, chilly winter, ice and snow, lovely springtime blossoms, the summer sun's warm glow. When leaves are turning color, we know that it is fall. We sing of the four seasons and look forward to them all. Winter is the coldest season, feel the north wind blow. You wear your mittens, hat, and boots when playing in the snow. But there are many places where winter's not so cold, like Phoenix, Arizona, and Florida, I'm told.
That's where we live.
After winter comes the spring and sunshine warms the air. The buds on trees and flowers bloom with color everywhere. In spring rain showers wet the earth and melt the ice and snow. Leaves and grass turn green again and things begin to grow. We sing of the four seasons, chilly winter, ice and snow, lovely springtime blossoms, the summer sun's warm glow. When leaves are turning color, we know that it is fall. We sing of the four seasons and look forward to them all. Then comes summer, sunny summer, outside you will play. Sandy beaches, parks and pools to go to every day. You can make a lemonade stand, a quarter for a cup. The summer sun is oh so hot and thirsty friends will drink it up. Drink it up. When the summer season's over, then fall puts on a show. The trees turn yellow, red, and brown, and gusty winds will blow. The autumn leaves go swirling as they drop without a sound, and soon a leafy blanket is covering the ground. At the very end of fall, winter starts and then spring and summer come and go. The cycle starts again. We sing of the four seasons.
Hey, there's a kite.
Chilly winter, ice and snow, lovely springtime blossoms, the summer sun's warm glow. When leaves are turning color, we know that it is fall. We sing of the four seasons and look forward to them all.
So remember this? We already did fall. That's when school started. Remember, we had Halloween and we had Thanksgiving, all the things we do in the fall. And then it turned into winter, and this is all the things that we do in winter. If we lived in the snow or we went on vacation somewhere in the snow, we could go ice skating here. Now it's springtime, so we're going to talk about things that are good to do in spring. Now we live in Florida, so it's tough because it's already getting hot over here. So let's see some things we could do in the spring. I'm looking. Do we have the 4th of July in spring? No, that's in summer. So not that one. Let's see what else we could find. I'm gonna look in this box. There we go. We could play basketball. Sometimes it rains and we need our umbrella in the spring. It helps things grow. What things grow in the spring? Flowers. Very good. And we just finished that holiday and it had little eggs. Easter. Easter happens in the spring. Some people go fishing in the spring because the weather's nice to be outside. Some people start playing tennis in the spring because the weather's nice. Because it gets really hot in the summer to play tennis. Some people play in the puddles in the spring. And the best holiday ever, Mother's Day is in the spring. Mother's Day. I'll remind you when we get closer. Some kids play soccer. And some parents like to celebrate Cinco de Mayo Day. So those are the things we do in spring. Now we're going to look at our magazine. Let's start by reading it aloud.
If you see a spring flower, you might bend down to sniff it.
See how beautiful the little girl's sniffing the flower.
If you bend down to sniff the flower, you might see a worm on the ground. If a worm is on the ground, a bird might hop over and snatch it up. If a bird snatches up the worm, it might fly to its nest and feed its chicks. If you look up to see it feed its chicks, you might see more spring flowers.
See,
Big
boys?
word. Bloom. In spring, flowers bloom. That means they grow and open up. Here are some of the first flowers to bloom in spring. Daffodil, crocus, tulip. Oh, I hear my chicks peeping. They must be hungry. Can you peep like chicks?
Peek, 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 peek. Let me hear you. Peek, 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 peek. Great, Miss Shauna. Now let's talk about these pictures.
If you bend down to sniff the
See the sequence? First, there's a worm on the flower. Then the worm is on the ground and the bird finds it. The next step, the next sequence, is the bird is going to fly to her nest to give it to her babies. This one came first, this one was next, this one was next, and this was last. All right, so we finished reading our magazine. Now the lions are going to do this. If you see spring, now remember the other day I walked around Miss Shauna, and you should have walked around your house too, finding spring things. So let's go to number 1. What blooms in spring? Flowers or snowflakes? Circle which one. I'm not going to tell you. Number 2. What is a baby bird called? A chick or a cub? A chick or a cub? Circle the right one. Number 3. What does a bird feed its babies? Remember the picture in the story? Draw what she feeds them. Number 4. Color the spring flowers. Any colors you want. But remember, the bottom should be what color? Malia, very good. Green. Green. Now, little bears. Little bears are going to wonder why Mrs. Perez has a paper of a snowman. Well, guess what? The sun is coming out. And the sun is going to come out and melt all snowmans now. So you're going to cut this out. You're going to cut out the squares. And you're going to find a paper to glue them on. Now let's figure out which one should be first. We have a boy building a snowman. We have a melted snowman because it's springtime now. We have a snowman that's getting a little melted. We have a real nice snowman. So what should go first, boys and girls? Well, we've got to build the snowman first, right? So that should be first. So now, what should be next? Yes, the snowman is all done, but that sun is coming out, and it's pretty strong. What's happening to the snowman? Good job, Malaya. It's melting. It's melting. And the last one, it's all melted because it's springtime now. Go ahead and try it yourself.